When the funeral of Marla in Lakeport, there was a plaque at the back of the church, which I thought was very apposite. It's a quotation from St. John. No one has a greater love than this, to lay down one's life for a friend. Now, Marla saw everybody as a friend, either an actual friend or a potential one. And she lived that life to the greatest degree. She lived the parable of the Good Samaritan. I wanted to share with you, first of all, Kat felt her very close friend wasn't able to come today. She was at the funeral, and she said something really tremendous about Marla at the funeral. Marla battled depression, not for her own sake, but because if only she was well, she could help other people. It was a struggle to get her to look after herself. She found something to love in the most unlikely of people, but the person she found hardest to love was herself. Every morning she said to herself in the mirror, "Today I'll be a better Marla." She didn't know she was better than us already. I also wanted to share with you some emails that Marla sent me. Marla has been portrayed in some quarters as a sort of ditzy Californian leftist, and I want to quote an email that she sent me when she went to Iraq before the fall of Saddam. I think this is one of the most clear-eyed assessments of what Saddam was really about that I have encountered. Iraq is so odd. It's really limiting because you can't say and do what you feel, and you have to make nice to get a visa to these horrid ideologues who don't give a darn about their own people and the people in the streets. People are really humiliated because of all the repression. And when you go on these delegations, your host is a government, and they really only show you what they want you to see. It's the only place on the planet that it's not safe to assume how people are feeling. Their expressions are even tamed because they are in so much fear. It reminds me of Guatemala, but at least there people were somewhat able to organize. There is a sense that people are so desperate, they just want change for the sake of it. I do fear people being harmed and what Saddam will do. I want to read you 3 other emails from Marla towards the end of her life. By the way, usually these emails are punctuated with dudes and awesomes and you rock and rock on, and this is a fairly typical one. Dude, I just got $60,000 from Soros. Yeah, this is a week before Marla died. Things are going amazing here. From our survey in 2003, USAID has helped 250 of the 500 families we identified. Also, I'm like super close with the general in charge of Baggers, which is Marla's name for Baghdad. He released statistics on civilians killed since the third idea has been here. This is huge. The Department of Defense denies such statistics are even kept. I feel really good about our work, and now she says something incredibly important. Where else in the world is the government helping the civilians they harmed in conflict? Marla was very proud of this fact. She goes on, "True, I have my battles with my moods, but I do feel proud it is great to be among friends. Tonight we're having a party at the Washington Post house. Every night we eat dinner here. True, lovely friends and people. Now I must go and organize for the party and keep everyone happy. I'm being very safe. I limit my movements and have people meet me in the hotel." Big hug and thank you, Marla. The next email is from 2 days before Marla died. "Working hard, but you get tired here with the heat and all the frustrations. I don't want to leave, but I know 5 weeks here is long enough. Today is Friday, so we're having dinner at the Washington Post, and we're going to visit some of the families we helped the most. It is a sad time, 2 years in remembrance of the deaths of their loved ones." And then a final email. "We're helping lots of kids with medical care." This is on the day that Marla died. "This place continues to break my heart. Need to get out of here, but it's hard.